morning campers, welcome back to the Daily Meet. Back out on the road again. It's currently Monday the 9th of February. Not going camping, just heading to Spalding, do a bit of shopping. My van is booked in for the repair work tomorrow on the front suspension and the rear brakes, so I'm going to be losing the van tomorrow, and I don't know if it's going to be in for a few days or what. So I need to go to a supermarket, get a bit of food for a few days just to keep me going, because I'm going to be vanless, car loss, van loss. And it's coming out to lunchtime, so I'm getting a bit peckish, so I'm also going to have a bit of munch in the back of the van, and maybe a cheeky non-alcoholic Joosh. The river well end is looking quite murky today. Bit of a beige look about it. So yeah, just heading towards downtown Spalding in Lincolnshire. As you can see, the bush is looking a little dry and crusty. Some crusty old bush to my right there. Considering we've had a lot of rain the last week or so, yeah, it's quite crispy. Quite crispy. But the sun's out today. We've got a bit of blue sky. That's the first time I've seen the sun in about a week or so. So it may make the camera look a little vibrant today. Bit of colour in the digital video footage. Seems to be wherever you go nowadays, roadworks, constant roadworks. Can't get anywhere quick anymore. In Pinchbeck, and they're building a new fancy bridge over there, some sort of bypass. I've not read up on it, so if anybody knows where that's going to be heading to, let us know in the comments. Right next to Hughes Farm. But we're heading into the industrial estate, and we're going to Morrison's. Yes, I've got to think about Morrison's at the minute, and Asda. I like the meat selections in them two supermarkets, and I also like the meal deal in Morrison's. I think it's £3.75, and you get baguette. You get baguette, a snack, and a Joosh. A cheeky non-alcoholic Joosh. So we're heading there. Look at that, sunshine. Brightness. I better put my sunglasses on today. Very bright. But we are in Morrison's car park. It's saying the meal deal was £3.99. Maybe I read it wrong the last time I was here. £3.99. Golden hand car wash. Does that mean you get a golden shower with every wash? Doing a good job, Bosh. Good job. Nice bush. I had a comment in one of my videos the other day from a disgruntled viewer of the channel. First ever comment on the channel, and yeah, she wasn't happy that I was referring to bushes as bushes. She says they're hedges. She said I should stop saying sweet. I say it too much, and the way I talk about bushes and moist bush, I come across as a pervert, and she was going to report me to YouTube. Ah, dear. Liz, if you're watching this, my sweetheart, I think you need to get a bit more moist hedge action or bush action. And I can say what I like. It's my own channel. I'm not breaking any laws. I'm not a pervert. I just like a bit of double entendre. And yeah, if you don't like it, move on. I don't care. I don't normally delete comments like that. I normally let them ride, and just let the other subs chime in. But yeah, telling me what to do, no, we blocked her. She's gone off the main channel. She could probably comment on this one, but yeah, I think she needs to lighten up, get a life, get a bit of humour. But anyway, I'm going into Morrison's. It is £3.75. There's a sign out there that says £3.99. I thought I was right. Joosh. So yeah, it was £3.75 for a meal deal. There's a sign by the entrance as you come in, £3.99. They're wrong. See the baguette, normally £3.75, but the meal deal, £3.75. So I've gone for the prawn mayonnaise baguette. Got a size of the prawns in that. Very nice. And then for the side, we've gone for a goo Zillionaire dessert in a glass jar. That's very, very fancy. So we're going to have some of that. My mouth's watering looking at that. We've got a bit of caramel in there and gooey goodness. And for a Joosh, we've got a kombucha, no sugar. So I'm probably going to regret that. Bit of aspartame, wild berry, a sparkling live cultured drink. Right, let's tuck into that baguette because I'm pretty peckish. It's actually getting a bit of heat in the meat wagon. I'm not even cooking. Not even cooking. I can feel a bit of heat of that sun today. Oh, lovely jubbly. Spring is in the air in early Feb. Check it out. She's quite the juicy number. Right. Oh. I like the last baguette I got out of Morrison's. The bread is quite dry, but the filling ain't too bad. Plenty of prawns. Plenty of mayonnaise and a bit of iceberg lettuce in there. Now the kombucha is delicately brewed for 30 days, is authentic and handcrafted, fizzy and refreshing. A bit like myself. Right, let's give it a whirl. Prost. Okay, yep, that's wow, that's sweet. It says it's raspberry, but it actually reminds me of them strawberry laces used to get out of Woolworths. Wow, yeah, that's an acquired taste. I don't know what handcrafted that, but that ain't very nice. That's not nice at all. Bad choice. I just like the name of it. That was it. There was quite a lot of aquatic marine life in there. A lot of prawns. Cheers. So we're going to try the goo Zillionaire now. It's supposed to comprise of 9.5% chocolate, salted caramel, cheesecake made with full fat soft cheese, and treacle. Alright, treacle. Let's give this a little whirl. Got my world famous spork. Been to Italy and eaten tiramisu with that. World famous. And, fancy. That looks healthy. Look at the natural colours in that. It's like bronzy, coppery bling. Yeah, that's healthy. Right, let's give it a go. Oh. Wow. Very caramelly. It's got like a biscuit base. Got a bit of caramel jus. Look at that, campers. Very fancy. I probably should have gone for the natural Greek yogurt, but cheers. Plus that. When I'm not making videos for badness, don't worry, I do eat healthily. So the meat manifestos stay so trim. I just every once in a while when I make a video, I like to eat a bit of crap. But yeah, cheers. Well, I feel a little violated after that, and I'm probably gonna pour the rest of that down the drain and drink some water instead. That's not very nice. That is, yeah, I wouldn't say it's an acquired taste. That is just crap. But when I jumped in the back of the van to get my trusty moist spork, I noticed I still got my bag of rubbish there from the camp at the weekend. That may be ground leg, so I need to get rid of that today. But yeah, we had a little double camp the weekend on my main channel, the Meat Manifesto. We had a little cheeky camp in the Lincolnshire Wolds at Red Hill Nature Reserve, which was very nice. Very nice camp. We had a lot of rain, a lot of indies, but no, it's nice, relaxing, free park up. Make sure you check that video out. And then the next day I had to go to Lincoln to get a shock absorber when I get my van sorted out tomorrow. And we had a cheeky little camp right bang in the middle of Lincoln City Centre on a Friday night outside the Lincoln Cathedral, which was again another sweet camp. We had some good food along the way. Bit of a beefy meat fest. The first night we had burgers, the second night I had steak. We ate like kings. We checked out my new air fryer. I had a sweet new air fryer, a Chefman 900 watt, which performed brilliantly. Barely used any electricity compared to my old air fryer. Yeah, it's very good. $29.99. Chefman 900 watt air fryer off Amazon, $29.99. Very impressive. Very good for if you've got a decent electric setup in your van, like a power station or an inverter. And yeah, you can cook up some fries, cook some chicken in there. It's very good, very impressive. So that was a success. The van still smells very meaty in here. Mrs. Meat was in here the other day and said it absolutely stinks of beef in here. So it's like a scratch and sniff. So when people ask me why do you call it the meat wagon, it's like a scratch and sniff. You just smell beefy goodness. Yeah, still smells now. It's great. I love it. But anyway, I think our mission in this Morrison's car park in Spalding is complete. Time to move on. Well, campers, we moved on a little bit further down the road and we are now in the little village of Moulton. Lincolnshire's best kept village competition winner 2015. Look at this for an old little bit of British history. A proper little village centre with a tree in the middle and a bench. Very nice. Moulton store and post office. There's the van, and we parked out this 12th century church that was built in 1180. There's a gargoyle up there. There's one missing, but there's one there. Beautiful, eh? Check this out. Very nice buildings. Look at the size of it. There's even a bookstore in there. A little wander around the graveyard. Yeah, apparently they was doing some groundwork on the nearby A15 and they found an even older graveyard that was from the Saxon times. So there could have been another church here before that. Very impressive. Just see the stained glass windows there, but they look nice on the inside. May have a little look in the inside in a bit. Look at the shies and doors. Nice knocker on it as well. Quite a big graveyard here. Little cherub. A little bit vintage today. Hope the wind noise don't get you too much. Wow, that's quite the large church. Now, considering pretty much all the little villages around here have these huge churches, it makes you think, why do they need such vast churches? In little tiny areas like this. Just a few houses dotted around. Oh, this is actually quite the vast graveyard. So a lot of these graves are from the very early 1900s. Sort of between 1900 and 1912. Well, I haven't seen a grave like that for a while with the little green glass like stones. Used to see that quite a lot back in the day. Church is getting in and behind all the foliage there. Very busy little high street as well. Considering we're off the main road which runs that way, quite a lot of traffic coming through. We're deep in the bush now, campers. I haven't seen any gravestones since before the 1900s in this one. Just behind there, there's a dike running just at the back of the boundary there, and then there's some allotments, and then farmer fields. Wow. Mary William Thurston, who died 8th of April 1929, aged 93 years of age. Wow. And then William Thurston died in 1935, aged 89, reunited. Can't believe the size of this graveyard. It's quite the spooky little tree. Like something out of Poltergeist. Oh, little scarecrow on there. Seems a lot of the graves around here have fallen into disrepair. These are 1800s. Wow, 1869, 1868, 1867. All died quite young as well. Clerks. I keep seeing this symbol quite a lot. Does anybody know what this is? Is it a Celtic thing? It's made out of solid granite. Wow, born 1795, 1798. Jeez. These ones are buried, literally. Died in 1876, Hardy Woolley, age 62. Some more snowdrops. I was reading something recently that statistically, after about 30 years, most people that are buried are forgotten about. Quite a nice light coming through there. Here's the Moulton Windmill. I'm not sure you can actually get in there. I think it's a place of work nowadays, like some offices or something. Check out these old buildings there. Very nice. All seem to be mostly 1900s. Check out the phone box. Have a relic of the past. Ah, sweet V-double up. Well, let's check out this relic of the past. This one, unfortunately, is no longer a telephone box, but a little book exchange. The Moulton book exchange. Bring a book, borrow a book. Quite a selection. Recycling the past. Well, there you go, that's Moulton Windmill. I was just reading, that is Britain's tallest windmill, 100 feet tall, and it's got 9 floors. It was built in the late 1800s by Robert King. There's a retirement home down there, but this is apparently run by volunteers. Quite a grand building. And if you come at the weekends or bank holiday between 10 and 4, you can have tours inside the windmill. That's pretty sweet. Huge. There's a little underground section there. Would be nice to have a little walk around there. Don't know how safe it is, but nice. There's a church in the background there. What a nice little place. Look, Moulton fish and chips. I may have to try this one day. And there's a butcher's just around the corner as well. So this is about a 15-minute drive from my house. But look how narrow that chip shop is. Quite a picturesque little village. There'd have been a few horse and cart going through there back in the day in the old Schwan. Nice, right, I'm gonna head back to the meat wagon. Look at that grand old building. I've just got some fun cool pictures of the van right by the old windmill. Very nice bit of British history. Well, campers, we are heading back to the Manifesto Homestead. And one little fun fact about that church we was in, it's also referred to as the Queen of the Fens. Queen of the Fens. So we've had a good little outing on the daily meat, a nice little morsel of meat action. We've had a aquatic baguette. We had a dubious Joosh and a very sugary pudding. We had a little tour around Moulton, explored a beautiful church, and checked out a windmill. It's been good fun. And then tomorrow, the old meat wagon is going to be going into the garage. So hopefully I don't lose her for too long and there's no other issues while they're trying to sort her out. and we can be back on the road for a cheeky little camp for the weekend. So I'll leave you with a flag blowing in the wind, or two. There's another one next to it, and a Canadian flag there. Yeah, and I'll yeah, so we'll end this one here. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys soon. Stay meaty.